Right, well, as everybody can probably imagine, after the last episode of David at Tangle Smart
Last
Live,
episode, yeah.
yes, the last episode, Neil got in touch with me about David's extremely rude behaviour, and I would say bullying behaviour, gaslighting
He did
behaviour.
not.
No, yeah, actually he did, David, so I'm here to tell you a few things and also give you some information so you know what not to do. So I'm a bit worried.
He's a backstabber.
He's not a backstabber, no. That's Neil's job, like it is of everybody else in the company. If there's something not quite right, to let me know, to make everything safe. And I know you understand about safety and
yes,
things
that's
being
okay.
secure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You've got your security jacket on, haven't you? So,
Yes, I have.
yeah, so I know that I'm talking to someone that's going to understand when I say how important safety and security are.
Yeah.
So it's
my security tabard.
yes, it is a security tabard, yes. But there's a problem with you wearing it because now you seem to have become really quite rude, even ruder than you were before. And that's saying something. It's like, in a way, I think you're a bit too big for your boots.
Absolutely not.
You are. Yeah, you are.
No,
yeah.
It's
you
just
are.
the stress of the job. Perhaps I've come across a little strong-handed.
Well, the thing is, right, it's a nominal job. Not phenomenal, it's a nominal job, which means it's just a job in title only. And yet here you are, walking around as if you're 10 men, issuing orders to everybody and being absolutely unbearable. Yeah.
I won't hear of it.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to hear of it because that's what's true. And now I'm going to give you some information about things I don't want you to do, all right? So this is confidential information I'm about to tell you, all right?
Right, you are.
Okay. So, the last couple of weeks, I think it's been of a kind of a firefighting situation where we've been trying to sort crises out, and as a result of which, we're going to have a rapid response unit.
Oh, yeah. And you want David to head it?
No, I want David to keep his nose out of it. So I am heading it. I'm telling you about it so you know clearly what not to do. You can have your chance in a minute.
I was a firefighter.
Well, I am talking...
Highly decorated.
Well, I'm sure you were. Well, actually, no, I'm not sure you are. I imagine that's one of your fantasies. But I'm not talking about that kind of firefighting. I'm talking about when things reach a crisis stage and then some people, like the people that are at the top of an organisation, have to deal with it and put the fire out, which means just make things better. So it's been a bit like that. And so I'm making a few changes, and the rapid response team or unit is going to be a little unit of people, and I'll tell you who's in it. Neil, myself, Dougie, Holly, Graham and Jane, all these staff are going to be like on call and dealing with things as they crop up. And we are the rapid response team. But I wanted you to know about it so that you would know that is not your job to get involved in that, and that you have to stay in the studio making your shows.
I'm not sure you want Neil in your rapid response team.
Yeah, I do absolutely want Neil in my rapid response team.
I've been watching him and he's a bit flaky.
No, he's not flaky. He's not flaky at all. He's solid. What's flaky is your relationship with Neil, because you treat Neil so very badly. You're so rude. You're such a bully. The last session you called him so many names.
Absolutely
You did.
not.
You did. You absolutely did. So I'm hoping you can be honest about that and admit your faults, because that was wrong of you. You were so rude.
Don't recall calling Neil anything.
I recall you calling Neil absolutely loads of things last time, and each one of them was more nasty than the previous one.
I called him a burnt omelette.
You did call him a burnt omelette. That's not very pleasant, is it? What else did you call him?
That one squeezed out. I called him a broken hurdy-gurdy.
Well, that, you know, funny as it may be, if you've got an unpleasant sense of humour, it actually isn't very kind, is it? If you think about what you're saying there. It's nice.
Heat of the
nice.
moment. Neil knows that I don't mean it, of course.
Neil got very cross with you, and he's such a polite and respectful person that he didn't let you see the full extent of how he felt. You were rude from the moment he came through the door. All this pretense about, oh, Neil's creeping up on you. Rubbish. It's Neil's studio. It's Neil's office space. And you sit in here with him and you work on your shows, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also doubles up as the head of security's office.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that you think you're the head of security, even though I keep telling you you only have a nominal job, which means it's in title only. It means it isn't a real job.
Dad, look, David is not entitled.
David is not entitled. He's acting as if he's entitled.
You just said that I was entitled.
No, in title only. You have a title only of head of security, which really you've given yourself. And your real job is to make shows with Neil. You have a title you've given you in title only. That's what I mean.
I was going to say, because David is not entitled. David grew up on the streets of Bournemouth.
We got the streets of Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So what's so wrong about growing up on the streets of Bournemouth?
That was absolutely horrendous.
It's not necessarily known as one of the UK's ghettos.
It was worse than Brazil, I can tell you that.
Well, all of which is absolute poppycock, actually. And, it's just not true. Because really, your life began when Neil took you out of something that had been a parcel that had been transported from the States. That's when it began.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. And all the rest of it is just so much dust that you're kicking up. Which is okay most of the time if you're being polite and nice and it's just imaginative fun, but it's really unpleasant when you actually give yourself license to be mean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about the rapid response a little more. I want to know what Neil's got himself into.
What Neil's got himself into. Well, what I have asked Neil to do is be on call if somebody needs some advice. They need to work out what the timetable says, or there's a medical problem with someone, or an unexpected visitor, not the danger man who's not real.
That sounds like a role that David could fulfill.
But David can't fulfill it because David's not polite and nice enough. David's rude.
I can change.
Well, let's see some evidence of you changing. If you want to join the team and accompany Neil when he's on call, then I need to see some very big changes, because at the moment you're the last person I would ask to be on that team. Do you understand?
I must be above someone.
No, I would say you're not. I would say you're the rudest person at Town Hall Smart.
I will not hear of it.
Being rude now, aren't you? That's rude. That's rude. You need to be respectful to me. I'm the boss. You should be respectful to everybody.
You are not the boss.
Yes, I am. Yes.
David is
not the boss. No, David's not the boss. And I have the power to actually end your contract if I wanted to.
You wouldn't.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to, but I would if you carried on being a bully.
But the security detail.
Well, it's not real, is it? It's not real. It's something that you choose to do extra on top of your real job. And it's a nominal job, which means it's not a real job.
Well, I don't think we're going to see eye to eye on this one.
Well, we don't have to see eye to eye. You just need to do what I've asked you to do.
David just knows that David's very important.
Well, you are important. You're very important. Important to me. And you are important like everybody is. You have equal importance with everybody. Not more than, and not less than.
Yeah.
It's about equality, David, and respect, isn't it? And treating everybody as you would want to be treated.
I wrote a song called Respect.
Well, Aretha Franklin might have written a song called Respect.
That's the one, yeah.
That's
I penned it for her.
You didn't pen it for her, no.
Yeah, she enjoyed that one.
Oh, here we go. You're like irrepressible, aren't you? I'm not sure if I mean that as a compliment.
I wrote another song called A Little Respect.
A Little Respect?
Yeah, when I was in Erasure.
Oh, good gracious me. Right, did you?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to think that, that's fine if you want to think that, but I don't buy into that. I know that you didn't, because I know what I know about you. So I'm expecting some changes from you. I notice you've got your leather jacket, which is just like mine, isn't it? I see. Yeah.
It's been surprisingly warm for September.
It has been, but I can see what it's revealed, now you're not wearing it, is you've got that tabard on saying security. Yeah. Well, unless you can behave and be nicer, that's going to come off.
Yeah, no one undresses David.
Oh, somebody will undress David, or I'll put something over the top of the word security. Unless you can behave
Absolutely
nicer.
not, yeah.
You need to be nicer and respectful. Or you're just creating problems for us and you're part of the fire that we're fighting.
Well, I will try harder.
Okay, I would like that. You try harder, but I'd like you to succeed as well, not just try.
Successful Fly on the Wall documentary.
That's what I want from you.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I notice it's kind of slipped a bit, isn't it? Because you've not created one this week, have you? You did last week, a brilliant one, and the week before, and this week you haven't. So let's get that going again next week. Out and about. I want to see you down the sports centre.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, I'd like to go to the sports centre.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So shall we say goodbye?
Yeah. See you soon. Love, David.
And love, Sue.
And David.